It's very gratifying to me that my alma mater is doing what I consider to be something really important and continuing its prestige in the area of space science, of astronomy in particular. My name's Fred Young, Cornell class of 1964, studied engineering and business here. Was a businessman, manufacturing, but I found about 12 years ago that Cornell was interested in building a major telescope. And over the years, I've been involved for quite a few years now, our dreams are starting to come true. The CCAT project is going to be built, a telescope in northern Chile. The project, to define it, is a huge telescope, 25 meters in diameter. That's the size of the primary mirror. Far and away the biggest mirror in the world for the wavelength that we're going to be investigating. We were selected as the #1 project in the last decadal review, and let me define that for you. Our government, through the National Science Foundation, about 18 months ago or so, found our project, CCAT, to be ranked #1 alone at the top in our category of ground-based telescopes. The telescope project is being led by Cornell University, which I find to be thrilling for Cornell. It's headquartered at Cornell University. The director is here, the project manager is here, the finance office and the corporation are here. You can imagine that the department is going to benefit greatly in terms of recruiting faculty and recruiting students, and for those faculty and those students to be able to utilize the marvelous facility which CCAT is, and also to be acting in concert with the theoretical physicists who are in the department. They will have access to the great CCAT instrument in order to test the hypotheses and the theories that they've got, provide the feedback, get viewing time. It should be understood that historically Cornell has been a center of expertise in the building of instrumentations, whether it's a spectrograph or an imager, a wide field or narrow field cameras, so on and so forth, for major installations. We now have an outlet for the production of instruments of the first order, not only to continue to use the ability of our faculty, but also to use this as a learning opportunity, a teaching opportunity for the students who come to Cornell and work in the astronomy department. By the way, our location is going to be very high, 18,400 feet, in the driest tropical desert in the world, the Atacama Desert, which, to digress just a moment, is important for this telescope because despite the fact that this wavelength is marvelous in intergalactic space, it's not so good in the atmosphere to the extent it finds water vapor to be opaque. But because we're going to be so high, above 50% of the mass of the atmosphere, and because we're so dry, the amount of water vapor going right out to the edge of the atmosphere is practically nothing. We're going to be able to see galaxy formation and some Kuiper belt objects, which is a little arcane, but it's just beyond our solar system. Objects that we can see in their natural light instead of reflected light from the sun. The good science can be done there. I want to share with you where we stand, quite frankly, in the development of the project. We finished the engineering design phase. We're just about to have the review. And of course, when you finish the design, that's when the cash flow begins to become enormous. We are hoping that we will qualify for construction funds, as well as funds coming from our partners, California Institute of Technology, who also have brought Jet Propulsion Laboratories in, the University of Colorado, the consortium of 8 Canadian universities and 2 German universities who bring their special expertise to the project with the world-class personnel that they have. These universities are not randomly selected. They have a long history of expertise in astronomy. This is truly a world-class project, and if you have an interest in becoming associated with it, I invite you to join me. And what I want to do is engage others in the Cornell community who may be interested in this project to learn more about it and contact Cornell. You'll be really pleased and impressed, I think, if you become a little more deeply involved, get a little curious, find out what's going on. You can go on the CCAT website, ccatobservatory.org, and get the feeling for the width and the depth of this project, and to find partners that we've engaged with. I invite you to join me. I've had a hell of a ride for 12 years, and I continue to think that I'm going to have a hell of a ride going forward, and I invite you as a fellow Cornell alumnus to participate in the support of this marvelous project.